Hello my fellow budget nerds. Ever wondered how much it costs to make your own pasta? And if it's cheaper than store-bought pasta? I do not always go for the cheapest route. So, after a few sleepless nights, quite a lot of sleepless nights, I decided to buy the PhilipsPastamaker 7000 series and some extra molds. Now this was not cheap. The total cost was €248.60, so definitely not cheap. I have been testing out the machine. I absolutely love it and the product it produces, so I would highly recommend it to any pasta lover out there. But is it cheaper than buying pasta in the store? Now, to make a fair comparison is a bit difficult, because most pasta you buy in the stores will contain only water and flour and is a dried pasta. It is hard for me to find fresh pasta around here. But is it cheaper? I decided to compare the price of homemade pasta to store-bought pasta. The ingredients you need to make my homemade pasta are 500 grams of flour and 2 eggs and some water. Right now 500 grams of plain white flour costs about 30 cents, and currently my chickens are laying lots of eggs, so I don't have to buy eggs, but if you were to buy the eggs, then they would cost you about €1 for 2 bio eggs. We are going for quality here, not for the cheapest option. It's not because you have chickens that you have free eggs. The costs of keeping chickens actually are quite high. You have to buy the chickens, you have to house the chickens properly, and don't underestimate the price of the food for the chickens. They need more than just table scraps. To be honest, I have never calculated how much it actually costs to keep our chickens or how much an egg would cost. So for now, let's just keep to the store prices and assume that the price to make 500 grams of fresh pasta is €1.30. Now, to compare this to the store prices, we kind of have to compare two options. Most pasta in stores is dried pasta, while my fresh pasta is a fresh pasta containing wheat, eggs and a bit of water. Now, to compare the price of this fresh pasta to the store-bought pasta. At first, I decided to compare the price with the more standard dried pasta that you can find in store. This pasta usually contains only flour and water and is a dried pasta. The cheapest one I could find was 59 cents. So that's still twice as much as it would cost you to use just flour and water in your Philips Pastamaker. I, however, if you want to do that, would not recommend the Philips Pastamaker. You would have to use the machine 956 times or a little over 18 years of weekly pasta making just to break even. I highly doubt the machine will last that long. But if you want to make cheap homemade pasta, I would recommend you to make it yourself, because the ingredients are less expensive than buying pre-made pasta in the store. And you can buy a little hand pasta roller for about €20. I have one of these little machines and they do work, although they are a bit time intensive. And then to compare the freshly made pasta to freshly bought pasta. The cheapest option for fresh pasta containing flour, eggs and water in my store was €3.59. So if you compare that to the €1.30 it would cost using your own ingredients, you would have to use the Philips Pastamaker 108 times or a little less than 2 years of weekly pasta making to break even. So, is it worth it? For me, absolutely yes. I hope to have given you some information in this video to make an informed decision that will fit your lifestyle. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye!